Welcome to BrokeN Bois. This is episode 167?
8? 168.
168. And we're back in person. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Hold on. Okay, I can see my hand reflecting in the TV, so you can see me. It just feels like I'm out of frame, but I'm not.
So you're moving in the screen, on the screen.
On the screen.
In the screen, on the screen.
Yeah. That makes sense to everyone watching.
TV right behind you.
Yes, yeah. A reflection of a reflection. Today we're going to talk a little bit about...
Who are you?
Huh?
Who are you?
Oh. I don't know. Mike. My name is Mike, and I'm one of the co-hosts of BrokeN Bois podcast.
I'm Colin, and I'm the other co-host of the BrokeN Bois podcast.
And it's also Billie Eilish's album release day.
Yay! The Art and Soft came out tonight.
Yeah. And also Colin's birthday.
Yeah, that's it. 23 smackaroos.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
You have to give me 23 kisses. On camera.
On camera?
On camera.
We'll put that on the Patreon.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll get progressively lower with each kiss. Yeah. So, welcome back. We're here in person, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time would have been... Did we do one around Easter?
It would have been spring break.
Spring break? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That was... I don't remember what we did.
Me neither.
We were with John, I think. It was after...
Oh, we were with John. Yeah, because that was episode 159. Because he was saying he should come back for 169.
Yeah.
So,
a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Next week.
So
He's
John,
listen to Clancy.
I was gonna say, John, if you want to listen up to Clancy, you can come on episode 169. We'll be listening to Clancy tomorrow, so that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Seems like we're gonna be doing that with one of our buddies as well. So shout out Zany Waney. How's your week going, birthday boy?
It's been alright. Just a little bit of work. It didn't work too many days this week because I came up yesterday, so didn't do a whole lot. Been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. That's been fun. I'm really good at fishing. I've become something of a masturbator.
Yes, of course.
And I'm level 10 already, and it's only...
Is that the highest in Stardew?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's only the fall of the first year, so...
Damn.
I've been fishing.
Yeah.
I went out with Max. Didn't, nothing like too crazy this week, just because, I don't know.
Do you have anything planned for your birthday today?
I think
next weekend? This weekend?
I think we're going to dinner later, so.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
What kind of food?
I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right. I was going to do sushi, but my stepmom doesn't like sushi, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that with my parents. Actually, my whole family pretty much, they don't like sushi, but... Yeah. So
rough.
I only get my fill through you guys and my friends.
I mean it's been very slow at work because everybody's gone.
Right.
Which has been nice. It was a drastic change from like Friday and Saturday of last week to Sunday.
I can imagine. Yeah.
I was like, but like the amount of people moving out, those days was a little crazy. It feels like we're the only people really there at this point. So
yeah,
and it's like, I mean,
could be.
There are more people, but in the parking garage, we rarely get the first floor, but like we got the first floor every day. And it's like, hell yeah. But I watched the new episode of Smiling Friends.
Oh, okay.
That's a good.
I need to watch
show.
I know we watched like 5 of them or something in a row with Vince one time, and that was kind of trippy, but
yeah,
it was
very
good.
Weird.
Yeah,
I got Max to start watching it.
It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Max.
Oh, okay.
Watched Max with Max.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
It's an Adult Swim thing, so it's
okay.
I go straight to Max. And those are good, very funny. It's a very strange show, but it's very it's very comedy of somebody who grew up on YouTube in the early 2010s.
It's like that dark humor, but not like racist.
Yes. Yes. Which is, I hope they stay that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been just slow at work. Other than I think Wednesday, we were getting slammed for a couple hours for some reason. What is going on? I thought everyone was gone, but everybody in town decided to come to McDonald's at one time, I guess.
Interesting. I mean, you might have visiting, or not visiting, but what are those called? Like when people go visit the college.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's college visit people.
Yeah, it could be those. There might be a lot of those in the summer.
Just
orientation type stuff.
Yeah, I didn't think about that,
but
maybe.
Maybe.
Then, Max got me a new water bottle.
Oh, nice.
So, the old one's
looking clean.
Yeah, it's purple.
Did I put mine over? Where did I put mine? I brought it down here.
You did bring it down here.
Nice.
That's strange.
I think I put it. Did I put it over here? I did. Put it next to my backpack.
Oh my.
Oh. We weren't supposed to see that.
Also, this is my new journal. I don't think I've seen it since.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. No, you would have seen it at spring break, but.
Oh okay.
This is for those who haven't.
Yeah. Max got that for you too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
I want to say something like that. I don't know. One of the things, and then, my dad got me this morning. He brought down a present. He was like, "Here you go." It was a Lego set of Stitch.
Ooh,
I was like,
nice.
"Oh, hell yeah. I love Stitch."
Stitch together, Stitch, kind of.
Brick up Stitch.
Yeah.
And earlier this week, got an email from the good old pilots. And they were like, last variant for the Clancy vinyl's out. And I was like, okay.
You got me.
It's the Inferno variant, so I bought that. It looks cool. It's like a yellow and orange, or not yellow and orange, red and orange kind of.
So kind of like the album cover.
Yeah. Which it looks cool. And
yeah.
then they also were like, hey, there's also a signed CD journal.
So, that makes me sad because I got the regular CD journal.
And I was like, but Max was like, what's that? And I was like, I mean, if you want to give me something for my birthday.
Yeah.
Because she was having trouble figuring out what she wanted to give me. So
oh,
like,
okay.
Here, do that. It was only like $30. I was like, all right.
That makes me even more sad because I think that's about the price of the normal one.
just cancel your order on the first one and get the signed one.
I guess that's true. I mean, now that it's been a week, it might be sold out.
Well, it's not it came out. I think they released it on Tuesday. So.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll check it. I'll see. But yeah, maybe I'll do that if that's the case because I think that literally is the same price as the regular one.
So I'll have 2 CDs of Clancy. And
better hope it's good.
I'm sure it will be.
First 3 are good. I mean,
it's 21 Pilots, so either way, it's
right.
It's
yeah,
fine. It's fine. But yeah,
just a regional best 2 for the rest of the songs.
But yeah, I listened to a few things this week. I listened to Ada Vista by Childish Gambino.
Nice. Yeah.
I like the vibes. There's some bangers on there, but also some stinkers. Wasn't a fan of a couple songs, but Littlefoot Bigfoot has been on my For You page all week, and that's been fun. It's a fun little song. But I only listened to it once, so I'm gonna need a little more. But I did like the title track, and I did. There were a couple others on that. I was like, okay, cool.
Did you ever listen to 3:15:20? Okay, because that's basically what it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he put on Twitter. He was like, "All right, well, new album coming out in June. This is the finished version of that album, pretty much. That album I released 4 years ago. Okay. So I think it's missing a couple songs, and then the production's way better on it, and just the song feel more cohesive and less forgettable because they're actually titled.
That helps.
But it's kind of like a re-release of the album a little bit. Okay. So
yeah, I think I heard somewhere that it was the more finished version, but I didn't realize it was like the same.
Yeah, someone on Album of the Year reviewed it and just called it finished mastered, which I thought was pretty funny. Or No, titled Mastered. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, listen to that. It was good. I listened to it once, so I'll need another listen. But I did like a good bit of it. And then on the car ride home yesterday, I listened to "Fallen" by Evanescence.
Okay. Is that where the big one comes from?
Wake me up. Yeah. And it is very good. I've definitely heard every song on that album before because my mom. But it is my first time listening to it by myself, just all the way through, and it is very good. Amy Lee's voice is fantastic, and I love that. I love the rock mixed with like strings and stuff. I always love that. So very good. Had a good time with that, and I listened to a couple new albums from last night, but we'll talk about those.
We will.
But yeah. How was your week, Mike?
Week was fine. Haven't really done all too much either. I've had Dying Light for a long time on my computer. Well, not on my computer, but like I've had it on Steam for a while because I played it with some friends, and then we never went back to it. And I looked. I think I said that was in like 2017, 2018 or something like that. So it's been a long time, and I was like, you know what? Let's play through that. So I've been playing that a little bit this week, and it's pretty fun. You know, story's kind of whatever, but you know the side missions are actually pretty cool. The parkour is pretty fun. And I think I've gotten further than I did the first time around. So yeah, been doing that. It's one of those games that's like I wouldn't be like, oh my god, it's amazing, go play it, but you know it's cool. Yeah. if you're into it, then you'll probably like it. Zombies and parkour. But yeah, I've been doing that. Been finishing up some things for the film director that I'm working with. It's the same one that I did Red Under Wraps for. I believe, it's already like public. So, Bleak Terminus. I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, I've been kind of working with him on something on that. It's kind of cool because apparently for the premiere of this one, he has the theater near campus. Okay. He has that booked to like premiere it. Wow, cool. He's like, so your music will actually get its shine. It got kind of fucked over during the original showing for Red Under Wraps. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So if I'm able to, I'm going to try and make it down for that. That's something I'm working on this week, and then some other music things as well. My head game improved this week. Got a haircut.
Good to know on my birthday. Love to know that.
Yeah. But I did not know how to continue this. I tried making I don't know.
So you're going to give me head. You know it.
All right, I'm going to give you head for your birthday.
Thank you for continuing the bit.
Yeah, it's a good bit. Gosh, spend the rest of the podcast like this.
This is my comedy partner.
Yeah. But yeah, my head game improved this week. Got a haircut. I got my teeth cleaned at the dentist, and I did a little beard trim today. So thank you. Thank you. I'm at max head game here.
Max head game.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't use those words around you. I'm sorry. Maximum.
Thank you. It's actually her full name, but
that'd be so funny. Maximum. Or if she becomes a mom and British, she could be Maximum.
Yeah.
The dentist one, I did that yesterday.
Any cavities?
Surprisingly, no. I mean, I'm gonna reveal kind of like a gross thing right now. My last dentist cleaning I did was in like fall of 2019.
Okay.
And I remember that because I was supposed to be due for a new one, and then it was like right at the start of COVID. Yeah. Right at the start of COVID. And then I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. And then I just never really rescheduled it. And then my dentist died.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah. That was the gross thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Then he died, and it's like, okay, well now I can't go to him, so now I need a new place. And then I was putting that off, and then blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Found a new one. Did a teeth cleaning, and I was like fully expecting to have cavities because I'm like, it's been a long time, and during COVID I was not being that hygienic, to be honest with you. And yeah, I mean, it turned out fine. No cavities. I was having some tooth pain, which was the main reason that really made me want to go. I was having some pain like right in the back of my lower row of teeth. I couldn't quite tell if it was like the furthest back tooth or if it was my gums.
Wisdom teeth?
Maybe. If you stay tuned.
Sorry.
Spoiler alert. No. But I wasn't entirely sure what it was. It wasn't like a sharp pain or anything. It was just like that's a little bit of pain in my mouth. So went to do that, and they're like, yeah, you got wisdom teeth coming in.
Getting smarter every day.
Yeah, but they're going to take it away.
Oh.
They're going to take my wisdom away. At least probably. I haven't really done that yet, but they were saying like the earlier you do it, the better. And like right now, you're not in a lot of pain, but if you let it continue going, the pain will come back and it'll just be like, wow, you know. So it's just better to get it out of the way rather than not. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe. So that might be something I do early summer, maybe. But
broken boys go to the dentist.
Yeah. Mike on what do they put you
anesthesia.
Under? Yeah, Mike on anesthesia pod. Yeah, that's something. But teeth feel clean. It's kind of one of those things. It's like I didn't even like realize until after they're done. I'm like, wow, my teeth look a lot better. They feel a lot better too.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool. And then right after that, I got some Mediterranean food because I saw it on the Google Maps, like near our homes here. And there they had falafel as well. So I got like a chicken shawarma bowl, which I've gotten before somewhere else before. And I thought it was kind of okay. And then this time too, I was like, yeah, it's good. I just don't really think it's for me personally. But the falafel impressed me a lot. I've never actually had falafel before. I think I may have tried it in the school cafeteria, or not cafeteria, but the school lunch thing once.
They had falafel a couple times.
Yeah, because I remember them having it. I don't remember if I tried it though. Yeah, it was.
Did you go to the place by the Walmart?
By the Walmart?
Across the street from Walmart?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's where I tried it last time.
Okay.
That's where I had my chicken shawarma last time. I thought that one was kind of whatever, me personally. But this other one, it's like over... It's kind of over near the BP gas station.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, without doxing ourselves.
There's a lot of Walmarts and a lot of BPs.
Exactly. That was my thought process there. Surely there's a few of those that are near each other. Yeah, it was the falafel though was really good. I wasn't quite sure if I was gonna like it because I saw it was like beans and whatever. Beans.
Beans.
I do like beans. It's just like sometimes the description of beans is just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for a long time I didn't even have like brown beans and black beans and stuff like that because I'm like, ew, beans. It's kind of gross. But then I had them and I'm like, oh,
that's it. Yeah, I mean the texture of beans isn't the best.
It isn't, but I've become a little nicer on beans now. But like the thought of like beans in like a fried little ball, it just like it sounds weird, but I don't know. It doesn't taste like it. It tastes kind of like I don't know what I was gonna liken it to. It's like bready. I don't know. Kind of like oh my gosh, Thanksgiving food. That's
stuffing.
Stuffing. It's kind of like stuffing a little bit. Yeah. Maybe that's a weird comparison, but that's what it reminded me of.
Next Thanksgiving, just take some stuffing, roll it in a ball, and you'll have your own falafel.
Yeah, fry it or something.
Yeah.
Deep fry it, I think is what happens. But yeah, that was pretty good. So that was something. And then I also bought my first V-Bucks yesterday.
Yeah!
Everyone's got to do it at some point.
Broke his cherry.
Yep. I tasted the forbidden fruit, and yeah. No. I mean, those 21 Pilot songs got added. Just want to say, I did call it. I think I literally said on pod, stressed out heathens in one of the new songs, and that's what happened. They have that in Fortnite Festival now, and I was like,
hey, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. And of course it was just slightly more expensive than the smallest V-Bucks package, so I'm like, I guess I gotta get the second one. So I spent $25 on V-Bucks. Bought those songs and the Billie Eilish skin with the black and red.
Oh, you bought the Billie skin too?
I did. I had the extra V-Bucks. I'm like, you know what? Might as well.
Might as well not be default.
Yeah. So I did that. I was doing the Fortnite Festival a little bit by myself, just playing the songs, default emoting as Billie Eilish, singing stressed out.
Yeah.
And then before I did like the stage festival, I forgot that there was also like the festival jam session or whatever it's called, where you can just like play the stems of the songs. So like the drums, the lead, the bass, and the vocals, and you can like mix and match it with other songs with other people or whatever, which actually was pretty cool. I was kind of impressed by that. Like even like I sent the message to you that I was jamming as Billie Eilish on Tatooine, playing Next Semester or whatever. But like you can change like the tempo and the key of like each of the songs, and like they're mostly synced up to like a place where they should theoretically work together. And like, but like even like the animations and stuff is like really good. Like I couldn't tell like when my Billie Eilish was playing Next Semester at tempo if like the drums were actually synced properly. But then like I pulled it out with some other people. I pulled out Next Semester on drums with some other people on like a slower tempo or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, it's actually like tracked like perfectly, and it's like they do that for every song. That's pretty sick.
Impressive.
Yeah, that's really. I don't think I've seen most music stuff isn't tracked like that in like games that have just a band in the background or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty impressive. The technology on it, but yeah, I did that. I played an actual game of Fortnite for the first time.
How'd that go?
I'm pretty sure I was playing against bots.
Yeah, being
for the first
being
game.
low level, I think they'd throw you into like, hey,
yeah,
get used to it.
Yeah, it wasn't ranked or anything. It was unranked as well. So like, I got like 17 kills in first place on my first game. I'm like, nah, those weren't real people. I mean, I had the suspicion during the game too, but I was like, there's no way. Yeah, that happened. I listened to a couple things as well. I listened to Vespertine by Björk earlier this week. I realized it had been a year since I listened to my first Björk record.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I loved that record, but I just didn't go back to the other ones. Vespertine is seen as her best one by a lot of people, and yeah, it's really fucking good. The best way I can describe it is I can tell where the inspirations for both the Minecraft soundtrack and A Moon-Shaped Pool came from. It's kind of like a mixture of those, except it's about love instead of about, divorce. But like, it's a really, really nice sounding record. Beautiful, like, choral vocals and strings on it. Really great vocals from Björk, of course, on there. And also there's a song in there called Cocoon, which is probably the most, like, filthy poetic song I've ever listened to. Like usually if there's like people using metaphors for sex, it can kind of be like a little like, oh, it's just like, that's kind of cringe. But I don't know, something about it I was like, damn. She's getting some good dick. Yeah. Oh, also sorry for this basement. You're gonna be hearing some little background noise.
A little bit of AC. It's all right.
It shouldn't be too bad because the microphone's facing us. Yeah. But who knows? But yeah, that was pretty good. Liking that quite a bit. I also listened to Ada Vista by Childish Gambino. I think it's an improvement on 3:15:20. By a lot. It's a lot more memorable, but I still think it's like kind of like, yeah, it's cool. It's not like anything too notable. I'm not really a big fan of the Littlefoot Bigfoot song. I just think it's like, I think the chorus itself rides a line of being annoying but still being good. But then when he repeats that melody throughout the verses and everything else, pretty much, it's like, okay, now it's getting a little bit old. Me personally. But other than that, I mean, like, it was a pretty good listen. I'm probably going to give it another listen before we do our monthly roundup. But yeah, it's good. I'm excited for whatever he has in the summer, though, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Going on
tour, too. Yes,
yeah, like, did he say world tour? Maybe.
I think so.
But yeah, it was like first tour since 2018 or something like that. But, yeah, and then I listened to Billie Eilish and Cage the Elephant as well, which we will talk about. how are we doing on time? I feel like we're like slightly cool.
Did you talk about the thing under above head?
Above head? No, I didn't yet.
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna say I've even seen that stuff about the portal from New York City to Dublin. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I get that now.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is Dublin to NYC?
Yeah, I took a little trip this week from Dublin to NYC. No, but yeah, there was like an art installation that was supposed to be like a portal from, New York City into Dublin. But it was basically like a big screen, and then it was like a live stream from one side to the other, so you could wave to people in Dublin from New York and whatever, and connect cultures, I guess. Which I think is kind of cool in concept. Yeah. But, people are people.
Yes.
And I got shut down after just a few days because some woman just flashed it.
But before that, Irish people putting pictures of 9/11.
Yeah, I was seeing that as well. Yeah.
Rip Pop Smoke, I think, was something somebody else put up.
Interesting.
Just a lot of funny things.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody did just go up to the camera and flash it, and it got shut down.
Yep.
So, hey. But what were they expecting, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, and I mean, also, I think being topless in New York is legal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So, what are you going to do?
Yeah, there were some people, I was seeing some discourse on that, too. Like, oh, she should be put on a sex offender list or whatever. And people were like, well, technically she was in New York following New York's rules, so it's... Really, she didn't do anything illegal, which is, I guess so. But still murky waters when it comes to tits.
It is. Yeah.
But
free the nipple.
Free the nipple. Yeah.
That was funny. That was a good.
Good
little moment this week.
Good little moment this week. Then we also had some first images of Last of Us 2 coming out. Got some images of Pedro as Joel, which I think looked fantastic. Yep. And then, Bella Ramsey as Ellie. Still looks like Bella Ramsey as Ellie, which is fine.
Looking like Ellie.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much... I don't know. I've been seeing a whole lot of just the rekindling of the pre-Last of Us Season 1. Of just like, she looks nothing like Ellie. There's no way that she can do that. But except this time it's slightly recontextualized as, I still see her as a 14-year-old. There's no way she can sell 19-year-old Ellie. I'm like...
She's 20.
Yeah, exactly. There's that. And then also... I mean, I mentioned this to you in text, but I may have even said it on the pod, but when we were watching Season 1, I'm like, they're setting up her Season 2 character arc better than the games.
Yeah.
She's... I'm not going to spoil anything for Season 2, but, there's a lot of anger and hatred in that game. A lot of anger, violence as well. And, they set her up in Season 1 to be a little bit more on the edgy, violent side, and I can definitely see how that will snap.
Yes.
And she's going to do so fucking good at it, and it's going to be great.
And also, I also see the point, it's she doesn't look... the only thing that's gonna maybe bother me a little bit for the first episode is if they do a 4-year time jump like they did in the game.
Oh yeah.
It's Bella looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
So she doesn't look 19, which is fine. It's whatever. But also I saw somebody on TikTok say they might not even do 4 years. They could do just a couple even.
I guess that's true.
And it's it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they messed with the timeline already. With it taking place 2 decades later than usual.
Yeah.
Or 2 decades earlier than usual.
So it's and also I think Joel's a little older in the show than he was in the game. So it's
things like that as well.
And Pedro doesn't look 60, so it's
right.
I don't know, but it's just people. Well, how's she gonna pull this off? Did you not? Did your eyes not work during the entire first season?
Yeah, she did amazing in Season 1.
And it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's just so stupid.
People want everything copy pasted, and it's that's not how that shit works. You're not gonna get somebody that looks exactly like Ellie from the game.
Right. Well, no. The way I see it is, you can get someone who looks exactly like Ellie, but you need someone who can act the way you need to. And that's what's really most important. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing with the first season has been these aren't just copy and paste of the characters in the story. Well, I mean the story a little bit, but not copy and paste of the characters. There's little differences, and that's intentional because it's being formatted to another format. Yeah, it's yeah, it's just dumb. But something that you mentioned there that I didn't think of, there's also a lot of flashback stuff that happens in season or game 2.
Yeah.
So that also may be a little. I'm interested to see how they do that, because you're right. She does look pretty similar to she did in season 1.
It's only been a couple years, so it's like she's not going to change. She's already 20. She's not changing anymore.
Exactly.
So it's like, what are they going to really do? They could put makeup on her, cut her hair a little bit, make her look a little older, but like I don't know.
Yeah, just make her smile more in the flashbacks.
Yeah. Except for some moments.
Most
of it actually, she's not smiling. There's one flashback where she smiles.
That's why. Yeah. I guess that's true.
It's like I could see them doing a shorter time jump if they do a time jump. I could also see them just doing maybe. No, I wouldn't see that. I don't think they would do it chronologically.
Yeah, I mean it's possible. I don't know.
I've also been seeing like people have been getting shots from them shooting the show. And, her and Dina look cool.
Yeah.
They're on the horse in Seattle.
Oh, I haven't seen that, whatever that is. But I did see like an image of them like from afar at a weird angle, like zoomed in. Yeah. It's like people were judging based off that for a little bit, and I'm like, well.
Yeah. People. But nobody's going to be happy about anything.
What was that one comment I sent to you? Someone's like, it should be Millie Bobby Brown or whatever. It did not seem ironic. I was like, what?
Yeah. Let's see here.
That made me laugh so hard when I saw that.
The first person said, "It pisses me off that they casted her. She's a good actress, but has no business playing Ellie." And then the person underneath said, "Millie Bobby Brown was right there."
Yeah.
What?
So dumb.
That's not. No, that would not have gone any better. It would have gone a lot worse.
Yeah.
I promise you. And she doesn't even look like Ellie. So it's
right.
Like,
yeah, she doesn't look much more like Ellie than Bella does.
I don't want 11 playing Ellie, you know?
Me neither. British Ellie.
Bella's British as well.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, another just a brief other thing, because another talking point has been like, oh, they should just recast her for season 2. It's like that would break my immersion more.
Oh yeah,
like far more if they were to recast her completely. It's like I don't know.
And I love that when the first season was coming out, that like Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann were like, yeah, she's not going anywhere. That's Ellie.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not recasting. That's Ellie. So deal with it, haters.
Pretty much, as they should.
Yep.
But, yep, that was the thing, and I think that's it for just like news, but music news stuff. Well, do you have any more news?
I don't think so.
Okay. Music news stuff. Magdalena Bay, I think, is teasing for some stuff. They set up like a little thing like Half Alive does, or Ned's Bayou, the text message or whatever thread. It seems like they're teasing some music, which I'm all for. I'd love a Magdalena Bay summer album.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Would be some good shit. Like I said, the Gambino, Atavista, and the album coming out in the summer from him as well.
I think it's his last Gambino album. I think that's what he was saying. It's like,
really?
He's done with Childish Gambino after that. Or maybe.
Well, I hope it's a good one.
Me too.
Because
Awaken My Love too.
Yeah, I mean, Awaken My Love is by far my favorite from him. Have you listened to Because of the Internet?
No, I think I've started it, but I was like, I'll just wait till we rolling.
Yeah. I mean, I guess not to spoil my thoughts, but I think it's a little overrated. A lot of people consider it one of the greatest hip hop projects. It hasn't aged that great. There's some banger songs on there though. Like John played a lot of them when we were doing workouts in the garage, of the good ones. But Awaken My Love's really the only thing I love from him. So, hoping that he ends on a good note. And then I guess if we want to, I mean, I don't really have much to say about Cage. I did listen to it, but I was like, this is a Cage the Elephant album from 2024. They haven't really done too much to innovate the sound or anything like that. It's just, it wasn't bad, but it was kind of just like whatever.
You know.
There's like 2 songs on it that I liked, but you can give your thoughts. And
my thoughts are basically the same. Like, if you like Cage the Elephant, if you like their previous work, you'll like this album. It's just Cage the Elephant in 2024. You know, their last album, Social Cues, I think came out in 2019. Yeah. So it's like it's been a good few years, but they haven't really changed anything, and that's okay. They have a sound, they're sticking with it. That's fine. You know, I like Cage the Elephant. I've liked them for a long time, and their sound is one that you know, it's a little nostalgic. It's comfortable. It's comforting for me. I like the boppy rock music and the couple of ballads that happen on every album. So it's more of the same, but it's nothing's bad on it. I liked it. But you know.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I did especially like Neon Pill and Silent Picture. I thought both of those were really good. Just like had really good choruses on it, if I remember correctly. But like the other ones were just like, varying levels of meh and like, good. So
yeah, it's
for me personally.
Yeah, no, it's you know, if you like Cage the Elephant, you'll like this album. It's more of the same, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's Cage the Elephant. They've been doing the same thing forever. So
Yep.
Lots of Clancy leaks today. I've been seeing.
Oh,
yeah, lots of people,
like song leaks.
Some people have been putting the entire album on like leak websites, and people have been listening. I think Top Today, like the Twitter page that updates and puts set lists up when they play concerts. They were like, "Why is this their best album?" Like, so I mean, so you know, good sign. But like, there was also somebody put up a leak of it, and it had a link to download the songs, and then it had like pictures of the lyric booklet. So like lyrics and everything, and I read some of the lyrics. I didn't read all of them because I want a little bit to myself. But
right,
you know, I was like, I'm excited for this. Of course I'm excited for it. But
you
know, I wish people would not leak music.
Unless
it's Tyler doing it himself, I guess. But it's like
it's not. But I mean, I'm sure that's something they expected, and that's probably why these listening parties are happening. Because I'm sure when they pushed it back a week. Probably not everyone got the memo for that, and I'm sure some places released early, or you know, some copies may have been sent out early and stuff like that. It just, I'm sure they anticipated that happening, which is why the listening parties exist.
I've seen a lot of people posting pictures of their like record stores and stuff, and they just have Clancy CDs and vinyls out already, and it's like,
oh shit, what the hell?
Okay, well, and then people got their stuff in the mail early and everything.
Exactly.
Like, you know. It's not like the Trench. It's not like when people were getting Trench early. Yeah. And Tyler and Josh were streaming, and Tyler's getting a little. He's like, some of you had this moment before I got this moment.
I'm a little mad.
Yeah. I want to talk about something. Yeah. But yeah, lots of Clancy leaks today. I'm holding true. I'll wait till tomorrow to hear it for the first time, and then until next Friday to listen to it on my own.
I'll be honest, I can just knowing myself, I'm going to experience it tomorrow. I'm going to experience it in the group, and then I may listen to the leak a couple times between when that and when the album comes out. Just because I can't control myself sometimes, but I will control myself before tomorrow. I know I can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold true. I'm gonna do it. I don't like leaks, so I'm gonna. Yeah, especially if they're not good quality. It's like, I don't know.
They're probably decent quality. If there's a bunch of leaks coming out,
somebody ripped it straight from the CD. So
exactly.
Yeah, but that's been fun. Also, Jenna finally posted about Tommy on her Instagram. So, we were supposed to act surprised. So, whoa, congrats!
Whoa.
But very cute.
I liked Tyler's post that he put on his story. He was like, I know I'm supposed to be serious and edgy, but I do have something else going on in my life. The picture of his children.
At the moment, Tommy's a Tyler clone, but we'll see because I think Rosie started out as a Tyler clone and then started slowly morphing into Jenna.
Yeah. She morphed to someone else.
Yes. And then Junie has always been Tyler. So.
Yeah, Junie. Well, I think, like, especially, like, as of the recent pictures they've been posting of Junie, it's like...
She's got
wow.
Tyler's face.
Yeah.
I think Tommy has Jenna's eyes and then Tyler's hair, so...
Yeah.
You know, maybe it'll be a good mix of both of them.
We'll see.
Like we've been saying.
The midpoint.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that was cute. So
yep.
For them. But
I think that's about it, music news-wise. But there was, you know, a big release from a big artist last night. Blash. My Fortnite skin, you know. Yeah. I didn't quite have enough V-Bucks to buy Shark, and I was a little sad about that. But, you know.
Get the battle pass, and you can stock up on V-Bucks.
Yeah, I should buy more V-Bucks. Yeah, to get the battle pass.
I'll buy you the battle pass, Mike.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I debated buying the battle pass, but I'm like, I don't actually really know what this does. So I'm just gonna.
Pass, it's just you buy it and then you level up and you get all this stuff within it. And,
okay.
You know, there's skins, sprays, emotes, back blings, and pickaxes. And then, you know, and then there's like certain points in the battle pass where you can, there's V-Bucks, like 100 V-Bucks that you can use 5 battle stars to get. But this season ends next week, so don't buy it. Gotcha. Just wait till the new one if you want to get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna. I mean, maybe I'll play with my friends over the weekend. I don't know. My neighbors were excited. And they said, "Oh, you play Fortnite?"
Once I get back to normal, I'll make you play. But
yeah, we'll definitely have to jam. One of us Tyler, one of us Josh.
Yeah, me, you, and Zane will play some Fortnite. And
yeah,
fuck some people up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I brought my Switch because I wasn't gonna bring my PlayStation just for a few days, and I fucking I hit 7. I was like, okay, I guess I'll go buy some V-Bucks and buy the Torrent Pilots bundle there.
Yeah.
And then I played the songs. I finished the songs and went back to lobby and I saw Apocrypha 1 and I went.
Yeah, when I was going in, it was like Colin Broker or whatever, Papa Bless. One more, and I'm like, I sent you a little message.
I did not see. I was trying to like respond on the Switch, but it's actually fucking hell to try and do that. Yeah. So I just sent you a text. I was like, I played the songs once on Festival on my Switch, and I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like I'm used to the PlayStation 5 controller. The Switch doesn't register the notes a lot of the time, so it's like
fun.
Yeah, I don't know how Max does it, but hey, more power to you.
Yeah.
I think Zane said that his girlfriend got to level 100 just through Festival alone, and she was on Switch.
Wow.
So I was like, and then I guess she bought herself an Xbox, and then he bought her the Battle Pass because she made it to 100.
Yeah, I will say when I was doing vocals for like Heathens or something like that, I saw at one point it was like beat Papa Bless's high score, and I was like, take that. Doesn't work on the Switch.
Yeah, just wait. Just you wait.
Just you.
But yeah. Also, before we get into Hit Me Hard and Soft, there was a listening party she did a couple days ago.
That's right. Yeah.
And she wasn't performing. It was just a stadium full of people. She was on the ground, on the floor, just running around listening to the album with everybody else. But I saw somebody on TikTok that went to the event. They were like, "Oh, I went up to a security guard." And I was like, "Can I get a set list?" And he was like, "You want 3?" And she was like, "Oh yeah." And then she got the set list, but the set list is just the album track list.
Yeah, printed on a piece of paper.
And I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's the silliest. That made me laugh a lot, just because if I was like, why are you freaking out over that?
Yeah.
It would have been something if she like wrote it down, but
like, right. There's like even like when performers have it like at their feet or whatever, and like are looking at it and then hand it to a fan or something. But...
Yeah. But what is? Yeah.
Yeah. It really was just a piece of paper with the album track list on it.
It's very silly. But yeah, Hit Me Hard and Soft released last night. Billy's third studio album. 10 songs long, 48 minutes
something like that
in length. And we're gonna go track by track here.
Yeah.
Talk about each song, how we feel about it. I've listened to it twice.
I've also listened to it twice.
Okay.
I was gonna try and get a third one in today, but then I woke up later than I wanted to. So, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
I could start, yeah, if you want. Cool. So, album starts off. Well, I want to say right off the bat, the album's called Hit Me Hard and Soft, and I do think it's very appropriately named because it kind of plays with two different feelings of, going hard as kind of like dance pop-ish.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to call it, to be honest. I'm not familiar with my electronic genres, but like, synth pop, dance pop type stuff, and then more
Billy made EDM.
Yeah, Billy EDM, yeah.
Billy EDM.
Billy EDM. It's a mixture of, those more electronic based tracks and then like ballads. It's kind of like 50-50. So hit me hard and soft. So I kind of, some of them I put like updates on my feelings. My thoughts are going to sound a little scatterbrained just because I kind of wrote them down as I was listening to them, but I can try and elaborate from what I remember of stuff. But yeah. First song, Skinny, named after Skinny Pete from Breaking Bad. I think. Or maybe it's Noel Menor. It's your boy Skinny Penis. Yeah. Yeah, Skinny. I said pretty strings on here. I did like the strings, especially towards the end of this track. I'm not really a fan of the lyrics, though. I do think they're nice and personal, and like that's good. But it really feels like a rehash of Getting Older to me. Like it's basically the same thing, and having it be another opening track kind of just makes me feel like a little like. I wish it was done maybe a little bit different or so. Like, I don't think she doesn't feel this way or something, but I don't know. I do really like when Billie like doubles her vocals with the strings towards the end, though. I don't remember the melody that happens there, but it's like kind of like a vocal run and then the string run at the same time, and it's really nice. My favorite part of that track for sure. But yeah, I said it's a nice subtle opener, but I do wish the lyrics felt a little more unique. Because of how much they remind me of Getting Older. And I think some of the string production I don't like love in the first half. Like I think it's good, but Phineas can do better, I guess. I don't know. I expect a little more from Phineas. But like it does sound really nice in the outro, and then like I said, the part where she's doubling them, it sounds really great too. So I mean, like, it's good. I like it. It's a good opener.
Yeah, I like the opener. I like the softer vibes, and I like the guitar and with Billie's voice over it. I think anytime there's an acoustic guitar and Billie singing over it is gonna sound good. Yeah. But Billie's gonna sound good in general to me. She's beautiful. Yeah. Her voice is gorgeous. But the lyrics, now that you're mentioning it, do also remind me a lot of Getting Older. It's similar vibes to I'm learning a lot. People like me. People say I look happier, but that's just because I got skinny. But I like the old me as well. Yeah. But yeah, I like it. It's a good opener. Very sweet sounding. I was getting love. Throughout the first track, I was like, I think this is gonna be a love album, probably. But a lot of her music is kind of lovey, love songs ish, kinda. So it's like cool. But yeah, I thought it did well as an opener. Maybe a little too similar to a previous opener we've gotten, but not bad by any means. Yeah, and then we get into the second track, Lunch, which is one I've heard a lot before the album came out, just because it was on my TikTok a lot. Just a lot of snippets of it. Most of the song really was out. And the first note I said was songs to eat pussy to. Yeah. I liked the switch up on the production from Skinny. Very different, very boppy and fun. I said this is a very different sexy vibe than like Billie Bossa Nova from Happier Than Ever. Like Billie Bossa Nova was very like sultry, and this one's like just horny. Yeah. Yeah, it's very horny, very. But I like it. It's good. I enjoy the poppier Billie stuff when we get it. So it's I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah. My notes for lunch. I said nothing like two siblings making a banger about banging. But yeah, it's a really punchy, groovy track. I like the bass line a lot on it. The drums are really nice too. But there's a beat switch towards the end where like it kind of gets chopped up a little bit, and that like especially made the song for me. I was like, oh, that is nice. That's a really good switch up. And then I said we love a certified cunnilingus banger.
Oh yeah. From Whistle by Flo Rida.
Oh yeah, true. I always forget that song's about that.
Cake by the Ocean, is that?
I think that's about eating ass.
Yeah, I mean,
is that cunnilingus
that's
still?
a certain kind of cunnilingus.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
You're eating something.
Yeah. It's a fun track. I don't really mention it later on, but this is like probably my favorite of like the banger hard types of tracks on this album. I do. When I was hearing the teasers, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but like it does have a nice progression to it. It's got a nice catchy chorus. I like her vocal performance on it as well. And yeah.
Have you seen? She released a music video for it.
I did. Yeah.
I didn't watch the music video, but I just saw the thumbnail, and I thought it was very funny looking. It looked like something Matt Watson would look like in a music video or a video.
Yeah, I don't remember what the thumbnail looked like, but it looks very like 90s coded. Yeah. It looks kind of like Matt Watson's album cover, The Margie. Is that what the album's called, or is that the song?
That's the song.
The one with the green. Ouch. Yeah, it kind of looks like that a little bit, but like video form. Cool. Yeah, it's nothing like all too notable, honestly, the music video, but like it matches the vibe of the song. It's good. But yeah, it's a great song. One of my favorites on here. Cool. Next one. Chihiro?
Yeah.
Chihiro. This one I may have a slight controversial opinion on just because I've seen people rating it higher than I did on Album of the Year, but I wasn't really feeling this one as much, to be honest. But like when that arpeggiated synth comes in and it's like getting a little distorted and very Radiohead-esque a little bit, I do like when that happens. Like that arpeggiated synth is my favorite part of the track by far. And it just... yeah, it sounds really nice. But like the song's like 5 minutes, and that maybe takes up like a minute of it. And I'm just kind of like the rest of it. I'm just like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's got a nice synth sound to it, but it's not really particularly catchy or anything to me. I just think the rest of it's a little plain, is what I put. I do like the drum groove that comes in the second verse. It's kind of a little like lo-fi. It's got a nice sound to it. But yeah, I mean, on my second listen, I did enjoy it a little bit more. So it's possible it's one that could grow on me with further listens and stuff, but right now it's kind of like a good mixed bag for me. Overall, I'm pretty positive on it, but I don't really love all of the elements on it. Yeah,
this was the first one that made me go whoa on this album. I love the vocal run that the me that like that fucking I was like ooh, the way how high she gets, and as well as like the synths and stuff behind her, and like but yeah, and also the bass on this one, it's like very like deep and like, it adds a little edge to the song.
It's very atmospheric.
Yeah, it's very. I like this song a lot. It on first listen, I don't know. It was just like sitting in the dark with headphones on and like listening to just Billie go high like that. Maybe okay, yeah. Yeah, I like the synths a lot. Her voice on this one really made me go whoa. But on second listen, it was still the same thoughts for me. I like this one a lot. I see why people like it a lot, but I also see what you mean. But
it's just not quite my style on it. But I do want to mention, and I think I do mention it more in these tracks later. But Billie's vocals on this album in general are like probably the best she's ever done. Like she's very full on most of the songs, which is different than what she mostly puts out, but when she does go into like that soft like head voice or whatever, like it's like really dynamic when she does that, and like she like plays with those two a lot, and I think it's really nice, and like she sounds like vocally she sounds the most mature that she has on any of her albums. So
her vocal game is the best it's been thus far. Like the only like prior to this, probably like 30 and maybe What Was I Made For were like her best, but again, those are just prior to this, so it's like,
yeah,
you know.
I mean, I've loved a lot of. I think her soft voice is really, really nice. I mean, I'm not saying you don't, but like, I do think that like she definitely had a really good style of that and a good like market for that for like things like When the Party's Over, even, or just like, I don't know, like she definitely excelled at that voice in the ballads before, but now like I think the bangers do sound a little bit better with her having a fuller voice.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I really like that track. Very good. And next we get Birds of a Feather, and this is the first one that sounded like a radio hit to me. Like, this is the first one I could see this like turning on the radio and just hearing this very pop.
No, Billie Eilish. Yeah. I'm
what
radio
going on? Yeah. Sorry, but it's a very sweet love song, and I enjoyed it a lot. I heard a little snippet from it, I think, because I think it's used for like a Netflix movie trailer or something.
Interesting.
Which came out like right before the album came out, so it was like, oh, people were like, oh my god, hey, that's one of the songs we haven't heard before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super sweet and beautiful. Yeah, I guess I wrote it. Billie's vocals just get better and better with every release, is what I said. But yeah, I like this one a lot. It's a nice little... It's not like super special, but I did like the lyrics on it. I think her voice sounds great on it. It's just a nice little love song, and I thought it was very sweet.
Cool. Yep. Birds of a Feather. I don't know why I said that in an accent. But yeah, I said great vocals and synth pads on this one. I think it does sound really good. But I just kind of feel like it's a standard pop track, like you were saying, with good production. Like, I mean, Phineas kills on the production, but at its core, it's just kind of like, yeah, this is a standard pop song, really. It's nothing all too notable for me. And then upon second listen, I said, I still feel the same on this one. It's well made and sounds good, but I just don't really get too much out of it. Like, it's a good song, but it's not like, oh my gosh, Birds of a Feather, that's one of the tracks on here. One of the good tracks. It's like kind of just like, yeah, it's fine. I don't really have much to say on it, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phineas kills the production on it, and she kills the vocals. So yeah, cool. Next song, Wildflower. Said a lot of tracks this year from pop girlies being jealous of their partner's exes. Yeah. Although this one is just as good as Olivia's for me. I do like Olivia's Obsessed. I'm not sure if I've talked about that on this podcast, but that's a really good song. But this is just a very different tone at it, but same subject matter. But yeah, I love the acoustic build on this one. It's kind of the first one on the album that I would say is I guess the opener is too, but for the Hit Me Hard and Soft, this is the first like soft bit that's not the opener. Yeah. It's a very stripped back acoustic cut, but there's a nice build on it, and I said there's nice chords and melodies throughout it as well, and I like it quite a bit. I think I really like when she goes into these more acoustic cuts on this album for me personally, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. This one is a major standout for me.
Nice.
I really, really loved this one on first listen. The lyrics were super like deep and personal and jealous, but also yearning.
Yeah.
And just like I don't know. It was very when Billie does that kind of thing where she's kind of like yearning and wanting. Just the way her voice, she like uses her voice to get that across. It's beautiful, and she is very, very good at it. There was a moment where the guitars went in kind of like a twangy a little bit, like on the very end of a guitar line. I was like, oh, that's interesting, like a little country-ish, and I was like, oh, and then it never happened again. I was like, okay, I guess that. I don't know what Phineas was doing, but
just getting a little twang in them.
Yeah, I like the drums on it a lot. But yeah, this one I really, really love. It might be my favorite.
Oh, wow.
Thus far. Well, yeah, on these two listens, it might be my favorite. I really like the lyrical content. I like the way she sounds on it a lot. It's a very, very beautiful song.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a great track also. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Next we have The Greatest. I said I love how all over the place the production has been. Super stripped back or filled with sense, and Billie sounds great over it all. This one's another super devastating and yearning feeling. I like there was a repeated guitar line that was like very simple throughout it, but it's very pretty, and I think it adds it's just that nice to have that constant throughout the song.
Yeah,
just that guitar line. I like that a lot. And then the breakdown at the end, fantastic. I really like that. And this one, I don't know. I like this one. I liked it a lot, but I'm forgetting a good bit of it. But I do remember liking that breakdown a lot. But yeah, I don't know. what do you got?
Cool. Yeah, for the greatest, I said the subtle production on this one is phenomenal. Whoa, and so was the loud production. You can see when I wrote this. But yeah, the subtle production is great on it, and then when it becomes loud, it's also really great. I love the key change that it does right before it doing the big break. Key changes in pop songs are something I'm a little hit or miss on. That's one of my weird quirks. But like I really love the way that it's done there, and the vocal climax during the bridge as well. Like when it goes up to that high point right before coming right back down. It's fantastic. Sounds so good. It definitely feels like an alternate universe Happier Than Ever. Like it's the structure of it is pretty much the same, but not necessarily in a bad way for me. It's kind of the same trick, but I think it's pulled off in a really unique way with the lyrics and just like even the melodies and stuff too. It's kind of just like the similar in concept. It's not like it's the same exact song.
Right.
But yeah, it's a beautiful song. It's my favorite on the record so far. Okay, cool. And like you were saying about the plucky strings, I did listen to this one again earlier today, and those strings really do remind me of... do you remember Invisible String by Taylor Swift? It was my song of the week. Oh. We listened to a lot of Taylor that week, so
I remember the name of it.
There's a plucky guitar on that song that's very similar to this, at least the first part of this track, and I think it's really great. Yeah, I really love how subtle it is at first. The production just sounds so good on this track all throughout. I really like it a lot.
Yeah, the production on this album is fantastic.
Yes,
it's Phineas though, so it's like
right. You expect it. All right, next one, L'amour de me va, or something like that. Maybe I don't speak French.
L'amour.
Yeah.
De ma vie.
De ma vie. Yeah, the first thing I put is someone's been listening to Leve. I mostly hear it in the vocal performance and the like the verses. But like at the very beginning, it's like it almost sounds like she's doing a Leve impression. But it still sounds good. And like I do like the older feel to this one. But I was not big on that switch up that happens in this track. It kind of goes from 50s 60s modern sounding pop song to a club banger a little bit. Like it blends the soft and the hard on this album, and I don't know, it's my least favorite so far, but then I put some more notes upon second listen. I do like this song a little bit more. I still think the transition is awkward, and I would prefer if like the halves were split into separate songs, honestly, because I like the first part of this song a lot better than I do the second one. But on the second listen, when I took a little closer look at the lyrics, it made me appreciate it a little bit more, and it made a little more sense why there was like the switch up and all that. It's still definitely at the lower end of this album for me, but I do like it just a little bit more than on first listen. But I don't know. My main takeaway from it is I do wish they were kind of split up, and then that was a transition into the song, because she does that a couple times on the album anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on this one personally.
Yeah, I'm also a little mixed. That switch up was a little weird to me. Yeah. But the way in which the switch up happened, it felt like, I don't know, something like Ivo Milo on the first record. Just in the way that the synth sounded on it, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then it just like kept going into like this like club beat, and I was like,
yeah. And like heavy auto-tune vocal processing and stuff.
I didn't hate that. Like, yeah. I think it was a cool thing that like the only time we've ever really heard heavy auto-tune on Billie is on like NDA,
right?
Which is like very different vibes from this song, but like I like when people who are usually just using their basic, classical singing voice. Mm-hmm. They kind of dip into that area. It's like a cool switch up, unless they are using it as a crutch.
Yeah,
but it's
but
yeah, I like the lyrics on this one a lot. It's very cutthroat and sarcastic.
Yeah.
And I like that. I liked the instrumentals on the guitars and the drums on this whole album are good, but they made me go ooh on this one again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not my favorite on the album either. But I definitely like the first half more. But I thought the switch up was cool. Not my favorite on the album, but one that might need to just marinate with me a little bit for me to fully get into it.
Yeah.
Throughout completely. But yeah, I like that one. And then we get to track 8, The Diner. I said I love the super bassy synths and the ones that sound like the pizza parlor from Club Penguin. It's I said this one might be my least favorite thus far, but still a cool vibe. Production is more the standout on this one. Feels like Billie kind of took a backseat. But on second listen, this one grew on me more. The first listen I was like, I don't know. Like I said, Billie, the production feels like more front seat to me. And for the life of me, I don't remember the lyrics of this one, but I think it sounds good, but I just, this one I was like, okay, not my favorite. It's okay, but it might just need to grow on me more.
Yeah. Yep. For me, The Diner, I put meh. And then upon second listen, to be honest, I was a little distracted on my first listen when I got to this song. But I was just kind of like, yeah.
Like Fortnite.
No, I wasn't doing Fortnite at that time. I think I was talking on Discord with someone at the same time for this song. But upon second listen, I appreciate the weirder instrumental on this one. It definitely is the most unique instrumental on here, I would say. Yeah. It's certainly cool, but I just don't really like Billie on this one, to be honest. I don't love the vocal effects on here, and the performance itself from her is just kind of whatever, which is a little disappointing this far into the album, because like I said, she's been sounding great on all of these songs, but on this one I feel like it's just kind of this sounds like I don't know, if you, one of the thoughts I had is that if you were to have Billie Eilish from Don't Smile at Me, if you were to imagine what future Billie Eilish sounds like just from that EP, I feel like this is the song that you could imagine, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I do like that EP. It just feels like she's, I don't want to say past this point, but I don't know, her vocal performance just felt kind of edgy for the sake of edgy, not really I don't know how to describe it. I just wasn't really
not up to the same snuff as it has been.
Yeah, that's a good way to put
it. Recently and throughout the majority of this album, up to this point, so it's
this song kind of in some ways reminds me of Therefore I Am from Happier Than Ever, but I like Billie a lot more on that song. She's actually probably my favorite part of that song. But yeah, I don't know, I said the beat goes harder than she does on here. I don't know, it just kind of feels like it's trying too hard is what I put, and I think that's a good way to sum it up as well. But yeah, I don't hate it, but it's just kind of, it's probably my least favorite on the album.
That's right.
Then we get to Bittersweet, sweet spelled like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, or on deck. I don't even know what that was. Was that the glass? It's okay. I can already tell that this one's going to be criminally underrated, is what I said. The change-ups on this track are great. I haven't really loved all of the synth-led tracks on here, more the electronic-styled ones. But I think they work very well on this song, and I wish more of the album had this kind of sound. I think the synths on this one in particular are more my type of synths, I guess, more atmospheric and really create their own atmosphere. I don't know how to put it. But it switches up into something that also sounds really good, and then it switches back to the first thing, which also sounds really good. I don't know. I really love how this track progresses in general. And I think it might get overlooked a little bit, but I like it quite a bit, honestly.
Cool.
Yeah.
What did I say? I said Synth Central, baby.
Yeah.
And I said Kahoot music.
Is there actually Kahoot music?
It sounds like the dun 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 dun.
Oh, okay. I need to because I heard someone else say that as well. I need to like re-listen with that mindset, I guess.
But yeah, it's like Kahoot music. Weird considering she was homeschooled.
Like Kahoot with your mom.
Yeah, but I love the echoey vocals. And the outro also was very cool. First listen, I was like, yeah, okay. Like this one and Diner were like my least favorites on the album. On second listen, they both grew on me, but this one grew on me more. I like these switch ups a lot. I think that it's a very cool track. I definitely could see it being overlooked though. Yeah, I don't know. It's a suite of different sounds.
Nice. Yeah, I thought you were just gonna say it's a sweet sound or something. I like that better.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot more on second listen. I think I need a couple more to really get everything.
Yeah.
But I do like it more than the Diner. It definitely did grow on me after first listen.
Cool.
But yeah, and then we get the closer, Blue.
Blue.
Said I love the lyrics on this one. There's a lot of good switch ups on this album. There were a lot of different things that were. The first part was very. I think the first part was pretty acoustic. Pretty.
I think it starts off pretty full. Actually, it's like a pretty full pop chorus.
Oh, and then it switches.
Yeah, then I think it becomes acoustic.
Yeah. But I liked that a lot. I said this is honestly such a cool song from a production standpoint. Super gorgeous and lush. Billie sounds great, and the strings rule. I thought it was a really good closer. I like the lyrics on it. I think it's very sweet. It's a lot different from the closer we got in the last album. It's not like up to the same. It's not the Oh wait, what am I talking about? I thought Happier Than Ever was the closer.
Nope.
That was,
I was wondering if you thought that.
Just kidding.
Yeah, Male Fantasy. I mean, it's different than Male Fantasy.
Yeah, it is different than Male Fantasy. But yeah, I like the switch ups a lot. It's a very cool closer. But yeah, I don't know. This is I need more one-on-one time with it with headphones on.
Yeah.
The other time I listened to it was mostly in the car, so I was like.
Oh yeah, definitely this song needs some headphones.
Yeah, but it is very gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I like the closer a lot. But.
Cool. Yeah, my thoughts on Blue. I said sick ass transition was the first point.
I like
transition.
On this album.
Yeah, this one in particular, from Bittersweet into Blue, is like really really nice. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful closer. I really. This song, she kind of does the same thing that she tried doing in L'amour de ma vie, where like she's blending the soft and hard parts. But I think it's done way better on this song because they're like actually blended within one another. It just kind of makes like this unique amalgamation of sounds. The experimental elements on here. So like, there's one point where like she like makes her voice deeper electronically, but like against the acoustic instrumentation, and it sounds like so good. Yeah. Like there's a lot of just like subtle changes in here that are really really nice, and I think that's one of the things that Billie and Phineas excel at best is like the very subtle changes that just like make the track. But
on first listen, I almost thought that deeper vocal effect was Phineas singing, and then I realized it was Billie as it went on.
Yeah,
like,
there really isn't a lot of Phineas on this. Usually we hear him a little bit on some songs, but I think he comes in towards the end of I think it's Chihiro, maybe.
I think so. I think I remember hearing him a little bit.
Yeah, but just in general though, I really love how this song blends the sounds, and I really love how it progresses too. It feels very unique on the album, and I kind of wish that more songs felt as unique as this song does on here. But I really do love this closer, and I think it's a really great way to wrap it up. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
You
have a little overall blip?
I don't, but I can speak off the top of my head. I definitely do need some more listens with this album before I like completely solidify my thoughts on it. Just because it takes two tones, one of the tones that we haven't really heard from Billie before, like this electronic dance poppy type stuff. It kind of takes them and puts them right next to each other and contrasts them. So I need to sit with it a little bit more to see how I feel about those contrasts as a whole. But like at this very moment, I do like the soft parts of this album more. I think the beginning of my album of the year review starts with the soft parts of this album hit me harder than the hard parts do.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. And it's true. I was kind of saying at the end there, I think Billy and Phineas work best with like the subtle changes on here. But that doesn't mean all the bangers are bad. Like Lunch, I do like quite a bit. It's early on in the track list, but I do think that one was done pretty successfully. And Bittersweet, I don't know if I would call that one a banger, but like it's the more electronic sound, and I really love how it's used on there. But you know, I do lean towards the acoustic stuff more, and I think it's good. I think like a lot of the album is good, and then there's some really really standout moments on here. But like I don't know. I don't know. I don't exactly. I think right now I have it rated higher than her other albums, and I don't exactly know how I feel about that. Because like in some ways I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense, and in other ways I'm like, do I really like this more than Happier Than Ever? It's like kind of a weird, I don't know, displacement of feelings. I just kind of need to sit with it a little bit more. But like I do enjoy it. I think it's good. I do wish that it went in a little bit of a different direction, though. I think is maybe what I'm thinking. Or maybe if it just stuck to one sound, I think it may have been a little bit better as well. But I don't know. It's not bad. I just, yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah. I said on first listen, I really, really enjoy this record. I think Billy's vocals are the best they've been, especially on songs like Wildflower. The production was a major standout on this record as well. Switching between the acoustic to full rock band to those synthy landscapes, but making it all work is a very cool thing to experience throughout this entire record. The love theme throughout the album is a familiar place for her, but these songs feel different, less angry, more matured and exploratory sexuality wise. On Lunch, for example. There are also those yearning moments that are just absolutely gorgeous coming from Billy, as they always are. I'm definitely going to be listening to this one a lot, but I really liked it. There are a couple weaker tracks towards the end, more just diner at this point, but I could see them growing. I think while I love Happier Than Ever, the album is a little bloated. It's a little long.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest issue with that record.
I was a little worried about this one just being 10 songs and having no singles or anything, but I'm kind of glad we got it that way. I think it works better having the whole thing just to experience off the bat instead of having stuff you've heard before. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might like this one a little more than Happier Than Ever at this current moment. But I do think the highs on Happier Than Ever, specifically the title track, are still my favorite moments from her. At this point, but I do really like this record. I do need a little more time for it to sit with me, especially since it just came out last night. Yeah, and we do this.
Yeah, it's just like it's like literally 12 hours ish after it came out.
Yeah, so it's like but yeah, I definitely see all of it growing on me and being something I listen to a lot throughout the year. But I'm just genuinely just a big Billy fan, so I like her a lot, and this hasn't changed anything about that. So yeah, I like this record a lot. I'm excited to get more processed feelings about it.
No, I'm in a similar place. I think it does need to sit a little bit longer just to see, I don't know, I don't want to say how it ages, but how it marinates, I guess. But cool. That's hit me hard and soft. Well,
Billie Eilish.
So which of us is getting hit hard and which of us is getting hit soft?
So we'll just have to see later.
Okay. That also goes on the Patreon.
Yes.
That'll be right after the 23 smackaroos.
Yes.
Cool. I don't think I have anything else to add on.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
So we're definitely good. However, here. Okay, that's good timing. That's good timing. Cool. All right. Well, we can get into Song of the Week here. I'm up first this week. Like I said, one of my favorite tracks on here. was the cut called The Greatest, and I think I'll go with that for this week. So, yeah, The Greatest by Billie Eilish. All right, that was The Greatest by Billie Eilish. What did you think of that, Colin?
Yeah, I love that track. I think she sounds gorgeous on it. I love that repeating guitar line. And the way that it kind of crescendos at that one point. It's very, very good. I love when she gets a little louder. So yeah, I love that track. Very, very good.
Yeah, like I was saying in my recap, I really loved the first part. I love the production in there. We listened over a speaker, but with headphones, woo! It sounds good over the speaker too, but it really transports you the headphones. I love that. I will say the initial build I don't necessarily love, but I do love when it explodes into that key change, and then that whole section is just so great. So when it's loud and full, I think it sounds awesome. It definitely, like I said, a little alternate version of Happier Than Ever in some ways, but it works really well still, and I love it a lot. So.
Yeah, great track.
Yeah. Well, what you thinking this week?
Well, Wildflower was the one that stood out to me the most out of all of them. I just love that track. So I'm going to go Wildflower by Billie Eilish. All right, that was Wildflower by Billie Eilish. What did you think?
Yeah, like I said, that's one of my favorites on the album too. I think when it comes to like just the straight up ballads on this album, I think that's my favorite, and I did like the ballads a lot on this album. It's a great track. I think her vocals are great all throughout the album, but on here in particular, they're very good. I love the acoustic build, like I was saying, and I think it's just a really solidly written song. Definitely a highlight on here.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. I love her vocals on this. I feel like this song could have been, if it were a little less produced, it could have been on the Guitar Songs EP.
Yeah,
like just
very similar.
Yeah, just based off that first part where it's just Billie and a guitar. I was like, this reminds me a lot of like 30.
Yeah.
And it's just it's honestly kind of a mix of both 30 and TV.
Yeah,
television.
The 30th, I think, is what it's called. But yeah,
what did I say?
Just 30.
Oh, 30th.
Yeah,
the 30th
it's
and
okay. And TV.
TV. Yeah, feels like when it gets into that, like, just the bigger part of the song. Lesbian. No,
it's Lebanon.
Oh. I didn't know they changed their flag.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it gets into that bigger part of the song.
Hold on, sorry, just for context, because that came out of nowhere for the viewers. My friend Vanessa in my Discord is named Lebanon, but has the lesbian flag as her profile picture. Anyway, continue.
Sorry, I just looked down and saw the lesbian flag and a word that started with LE, and I was like, oh, okay, it's like Lesbian Pride Day or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, I just feel like that, like the part where it gets bigger feels like the part in TV where it's like the stadium and everybody's singing.
Yeah.
And then the first part feels like the 30th.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's a very gorgeous song. I think it's definitely my favorite so far.
Yeah.
On first couple listens, but gorgeous song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the whole album when that's out, honestly.
That.
I'm trying not to hold that against this album. I don't think I am. I think I'm talking objectively. But
Yeah.
like I said, I need it to marinate a bit. But she excels so well in those acoustic cuts that I just... acoustic album! Lunch maybe in there too. It was good.
Give us an acoustic cover album by Billie Eilish.
Yeah. Yeah. Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Billie Eilish. I don't know. Yeah. Cool. Well, we can wrap up a little bit here. If you're listening on streaming services, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
But this week, there's so much you can look at. You can look at my brown basement. Got the brown couch, got the brown walls, the brown ceiling.
The walls are covered in plastic for the murder scene that's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I think, didn't we say my mom died last time we were here or something?
That's right. The house did burn down.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's back. So. She made it back.
Yeah. She came back. Yeah.
Cloning has come a long way since the house burnt down.
It's crazy.
But yeah, she's back. It's all good. The house is rebuilt mostly.
Yeah,
so.
we're still working on it.
Yeah.
But
hey.
But you can see that. If you're an audio listener, you can't. That's just unfortunate for you. So
bad. You're bad.
Yeah, that was directly to the audio listener. But
you're good.
But you can come on over to YouTube and see our beautiful faces this week. And guess what? You can see it next week too. Whoa! I'll be going down by Colin that time.
Holy shit!
So.
We'll be back in the apartment.
Hell yeah. Back in the other apartment. Yeah, so come on over to YouTube. Going over to YouTube and you can see our faces and get caught up for next week's also in-person episode. But you can also see a bunch of links in the description. We got links to the Song of the Week playlists, in which we have one for me. We have one for Colin, and we have one for both of us combined. And that's a little visual bit for our visual listeners.
You can't see that.
You can go see those Song of the Week playlists where you can see The Greatest by Billie Eilish or Wildflower by Billie Eilish. And both of those songs are in there, along with the combined one has both of ours, along with all of our combined guests and everything that we have. And it's almost a day long. It's probably pretty close now. I think it was like 20 minutes last week, so I think it's probably closer to 10 minutes now.
Almost there, baby.
Almost there.
Next week with Clancy will be
yeah. Paladin Straight's a good one. Come on over to go check those out. It's good stuff there, but we also have links to our personal stuff as well. For me, I make musica. That's music for our bilingual viewers. Under the name Plaintive. You can go check out that on Spotify, Apple Music. Get caught up on your plaintive lore, because stuff will be happening fairly soon-ish. I swear.
Listen to Coping Mechanism.
Yes, catch up on the plaintive lore. Yes.
I'm sorry, good shoot.
Thank you. You're welcome. I don't want any curse words being associated with my discography. Ignore my 2 explicit songs.
Just don't want to upset your mom's clone.
Exactly.
She's already upset.
Yeah. That's an angry noise, I think. I got those. I got my Instagram down there, my album of the year. You can go read my Billy review or my KG Elephant review. And I have my YouTube down there as well, and my TikTok. Relative. Relative to, I'm sorry, I'm bad at building on bits today. I'm just like looking at you funny.
Sorry.
I
can be the funny one. It's my birthday.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just look at you funny on your birthday and make you feel good. But in relativity to you, I am.
You gonna hit him at all?
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's a good. Thank you for guiding me a little bit. I have a baseball bat with me, and you don't know if it's just like a little, plastic styrofoam-ish one or a metal bat. So I could hit you either hard or soft, and I am right behind you.
What? And for me...
Oh, sorry. And for Colin. Colin has... sorry, I had to swallow. Colin has an album of the year page as well. Might see a Billy review up there, maybe.
Yeah. I'll get to it.
Eventually.
Somebody's sharpening a pencil up there.
Yeah. Running a very quiet saw. I don't know. Colin's album of the year where he rates and reviews music. He has an Instagram page where he rates and reviews music.
Sure.
And he also has a letterbox where he rates and reviews movies. Any new films up there?
Nothing from the past week, but I might try to watch something while I'm home.
Hell yeah. A little birthday watching.
A birthday watch.
Yeah. And what's your relativity to the state of relativity?
I am right in front of you, and to kind of protect you from whatever blow you're going to get from Mike, I'm gonna hit you hard with a hug from in front. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I'm getting ready to like either grab you after being hit hard, or just to be playful after you were hit softly with a nice hug. But when we get to the hugs, after Mike, do you want to? How are you gonna hit him?
I'll hit him soft.
Hit him soft.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do appreciate them as a viewer, so but gotta give them a little scare.
And where on the back? Are you talking head, back of the knees? Like where are you hitting them at?
I'll give them a little like stumble, hit the back of their calf or whatever.
So they'll stumble into me. Like,
nice they'll be hugging you, and then they'll fall into your arms.
Yeah, that's very cute. And after you get their little knees a little bit, you'll drop the bat. And you'll
and it'll sound like a metal bat.
Yes. Or it'll sound like one of those like hollow plastic bats that like hit the grass. It's like
yes.
And
didn't know they were getting ASMR on this.
Yeah. little.
I love my bats sound like that. Yeah.
But you're gonna drop the bat. It's gonna sound like either one of those things, and then you're gonna hug them from behind, pick them up a little bit as I'm helping them up, we'll hug them from in front and behind, and after we have a nice little laugh about how Mike just hit you with a bat, me and Mike are gonna look right into each other's eyes, and I'm gonna say, show me just how good that head game got. And then, but after this kiss, and then we're gonna kiss, and then we're gonna kiss
23 times.
23 times right next to your ear, and the length of those kisses is gonna vary from pecks to make-out sessions.
Yeah.
But make-out sessions only count as one.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Exactly.
But yeah, me and Mike are going to make out violently and peck nicely next to your head in what we'd like to call the love cage, courtesy of an album that dropped.
Yeah. More a band.
Well, a band that dropped an album last night as well. But that's the love cage, and if you want your very own, because I know that sounds just the most appealing, you can drop your address in the comments below, and we will find you. You won't know when, you won't know where, but we will find you, and you will get your very own love cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so gear up.
So do that.
Do that.
Dox yourself, please.
Please.
And, other than that, we're going to listen to Clancy tomorrow, which is pretty exciting. Also, apparently a single coming out on Wednesday, according to Twitter.
Yes. It's BBC Radio 1, which...
okay. That's pretty official.
Which, is a pretty good source for things that drop.
Yeah, so. I would assume so.
Yeah.
But we're going to have Clancy thoughts next week, and excited for that.
We're going to talk about Clancy, the album, and the music videos.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be a nice, long episode.
Probably.
So get geared up for that as well.
Hell yeah.
And we will see you next week again. Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.